Good afternoon,
Good evening,
or whatever time you're listening.
and you're listening to
Listen very carefully. The podcast for people who love all things Allo Allo.
So, let's begin.
I'm Kim Hartman, and I played the part of Helga.
I'm Guy Siner, and I played Lieutenant Gruber.
and I am Richard Gibson, and I played Herr Flick. So, am I going to introduce it?
Why not?
Well, yes.
Shall I try not to be
Since
boring?
you barged
Do
in.
it.
Okay, so this is Series 3, Podcast Series 3, Episode 6, and it's called All
In
Disgeese.
And it's podcast number 53.
Did I say that? No.
You got it wrong.
No. It's not podcast.
It's Series 3, Ep 6, podcast 53, all in Disgeese.
No, it's not. It's Allo Allo, Episode 53.
Yeah.
So you can't trust these people. You have to check
No,
things.
because it's
No,
podcast,
podcast
54.
53. 53.
I'm just about to lose the will to live.
Yeah.
You're going to have to give me a Florentine. It's an emergency.
It's podcast 53.
It's 53. But it's Series 5, Episode 26, have you said that? So this is the last episode in the mammoth long series that we recorded.
It is written by Jeremy Lloyd and David Croft. And didn't we, about 2 minutes in, practically chorus, Jeremy's back?
Yes.
I think we're allowed to say that. Our beloved main writers were back.
What was it that triggered it? Oh, it was the cheese running across
It was the cheese running across the table.
What a lovely set that was, wasn't it? With all the
beautiful?
cheeses.
You
and
never
the,
saw so much garlic and onion in your life
I know.
hanging from the.
And there was
larder.
all this stuff that sort of looked like herbs, but mountains of it, all near the ground.
and all these cheeses that he was trying.
But I think we've seen his larder before, but I think we haven't seen it from that angle. It looks like a new set, but normally we're looking that way, but in this one it was looking at the larder that way.
But it was more like part of the kitchen rather than being the larder, wasn't it? It was like a corner of the kitchen
suppose.
because there was a stove and
Yeah.
things.
But we've never seen that set before.
No,
have
it was lovely.
But I loved the casual way that Gordon, with his new haircut, like when kids go to the barbers at the beginning of term before school, he looked like his mummy got him ready. And he's doing his monologue very fast, and he
But
keeps
it's
tasting the
collection of cheeses.
and he does a little remark which he throws away, and you don't know they're setting up a gag, do you?
No.
Because you just think it's a nice little bit of human touch, but actually it's for when he says too old and he puts it back on the counter, and then the cheese makes its way off the counter.
Off the table.
Yes.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Very
That's
nice.
like one of those snail jokes or one of the animal jokes. isn't it?
Yes.
And the one that was too salty, but that would be okay for people to stick in their ears when his wife was singing.
That's right.
Yes.
So it's kind of, keeping the thread,
Yes.
keeping the threads going.
Familiar tropes.
Exactly.
Um,
No, that
and there was a lovely
beautifully
pace
done.
to it right the way through.
Mm.
And
It felt very fresh, didn't it? Considering we were all absolutely knackered. It was
are you
extraordinary.
going to tell them the boring thing about us being in the Palladium at the same time, or am I going to?
No, I think we've all done it
We've
now,
all
haven't we?
We've all
told that
Each
story.
one of us has
Yes.
had a go and told
At
it
one
as if
time
it's
or another.
never been said
Yes.
before.
And
Yeah.
then you had a lovely scene where you had the three girls from the cafe,
Yes.
Madame Edith and the two waitresses,
Yes.
who thought they were going to be tortured, and they were offered tea with an additive which they didn't know about, which was distilled from the Patagonian fruit bat,
From the sweat
glands of the Patagonian fruit bat, which I love.
Yes, but it's an echo of the one when we had a poison dart scene,
Yes.
remember?
Yes.
And that was something else from Patagonia or
It
something,
was
wasn't it?
like was it a fruit fly?
It
No,
was-
because
it
she
wasn't
was a fruit bat, but it
It was a frog.
it was a fly of
A frog.
some
It was a frog.
It was,
Was it?
yes.
I think it was
The
a
lethal
frog.
tree frog or something,
Yes.
yes. But it was the same guy.
The same gag.
But it all went into Mimi at this point because she was the one who succumbed to it and
Who
did
succumbed
lots of hanging up
and
upside down.
basically became a bat.
Yes. But they'd never been on that set before. We'd never let them on our set
Never,
before. had we?
no, of course. The waitresses would never have been in your set,
No.
would they?
No, only I
In the
had been
dungeon.
allowed on that set.
And
Carried
Monsieur
in a
Alphonse.
carpet.
Yes. A few other people. I don't think Rennie had ever been down there, had he?
Don't think
I
so.
don't think so, no. you consigned him to a deep dungeon at one point, hanging off from a wall
Yes.
in chains.
That's
but
right.
But never in your
That wasn't my dungeon,
Gestapo
though, 'cause
headquarters. No.
I ended up hanging from the wall in there myself.
Yes,
did.
that was the Chateau's dungeons, wasn't
That's
it?
right, yes.
Frau
Um,
Kinkenrotten.
But it was funny because you knew they were building up to something with the memory, or the truth serum.
Yes.
And of course, how old are you? Yes. How old are you? Yes. How old are you? Must be a faulty batch. Nearly 27. Talking to Edith.
Madame Edith saying she was nearly 27. I also loved the fact when they got back to the cafe and Mimi started to go a bit strange and was definitely being taken over
Yes.
as a fruit bat. And she stood on her head and started squeaking. And Madame Edith could understand, had obviously got enough of the serum in her
Yes.
body that she could understand
translate,
what Mimi was saying.
Translate her squeaks.
Well, I've also
Yes.
just thought of something. How did she know what Herr Flick was saying when he was talking about the fruit bat? Because Herr Flick would have been speaking in a German accent, and they don't speak German. So
don't.
how did she... Because at
Very
one point,
interesting.
I remember thinking, how does she know about the fruit bat? Because... And then I remember that Herr Flick had told them.
Yeah.
But he told them in a German accent, which means that he was speaking German.
You should have told them in a French accent.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You should have
I
thought of
think-
this all those years ago.
I think
Never occurred
this
to
is,
me.
this is a rabbit hole. I
It
think.
is.
And if you'd said this to David, he would have said,
No, love.
"Don't ask, don't
Yes.
ask."
Well, I suppose we frequently talk to Rene, don't we? But you talk to him in a German accent. We all do.
We all do.
In fact, when you're
I
doing
do.
your love scenes with him,
Yes.
you're speaking German and he's
And
speaking
he's speaking
French.
French, and we both understand each other perfectly well.
That's
As I
right.
say, that's a rabbit hole down which you should not be disappearing.
Oh my
But
goodness.
that was the joke, wasn't it? Because they've noticed that's what
course.
people do in war films.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then everybody, the episode is called All in Disgeese,
Yes.
and it
And
started.
everybody was.
It started, didn't it, with me being forced to do a strip, because the Colonel wanted to confine me to his office, not allow me to go out. So I was in my underwear and therefore not able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so I
Why did
stole Helga's uniform.
Yes, why didn't he want you to go anywhere? What was...
Because he knew that I would warn Rene that he was going to be shot if
Ah.
they didn't find the
Yes.
if they
But you
didn't
quickly
follow
got
the
into the strip, didn't you? Didn't take you long.
I got into the strip. I didn't mind a bit.
I loved
I
it,
quite
yes.
enjoyed it.
Yes, you certainly looked as if you were enjoying it. And
Yeah.
also, I loved us. I don't remember any of that with me and
Playing the
Bertarelli
trombone or
playing
something.
trombones, yes. The stripper music.
Yeah.
And then you stole some poor German soldier's coat and helmet
Yeah.
to go over your very sexy underwear.
Yes.
Giving rise to funny line of the week in my book. What a pretty helmet.
Yes, lovely line.
That was line of the week for me.
Line of the week. Yes, yes.
Yes, I wanted to make Helga really angry that she'd had her uniform stolen, but I don't think it came across really. It's
Oh, I
funny
think it
looking
did.
at
It's a
it.
matter of acting, I think,
I
sometimes.
suppose it is, yes. So
You missed that day.
Yeah.
A bit too late for another take
must
now,
have
I
done.
think.
Yeah.
We can always go back into the studio. No, it was fun because if you'd been too angry, it would have taken the fun out of it. wouldn't
Yes,
it?
it would. That's the trouble,
I
isn't
thought you
it?
pitched it rather well.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
thank
you were
you.
cross, but
Yeah.
not.
Yes.
But you had lots of excuses to show people your lovely
Oh,
corsets,
I had.
which must have been handmade.
Which is absolutely beautiful and which I actually have upstairs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do
Are
you?
Are you going to go and come back down?
I don't
in
know.
it
No, I
now?
don't know where it is now. No, no.
Unlike with the hat when you went and
There's
got
a-
it and put it on.
That's
We were
right.
rather hoping you might change into it.
There's a good excuse.
Yeah, no,
And
I don't. I know I've got it somewhere.
And-
I'm not sure where.
And the anger came through, of course, at the end of the scene when you sort of lost your rag
Oh, yes.
and said, "Right, that's it," and took your coat off and threw it on the
Yes.
ground and said, "I haven't got anything else to wear. This is it."
But you know that licence fees went up that year, and it was mainly because so
all,
much of it,
all to pay for her corsets.
her corsets, yes.
Oh, well, absolutely. I
And the
mean,
ones that actually never went back into the studio for some reason, they just seemed to go missing.
They
that was
walk.
given to me. I was given a few of
You-
them.
you always
right,
say that.
No,
That's-
no, right at the very, very end of years down the line.
That's your story, and you're
where
sticking to
one
it.
of the costume designer of the final series.
Sheena
actually-
Napier?
No, wasn't this one. It was a final series.
Okay.
You weren't even involved in that, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
So I wouldn't have got paid, would I?
No. And they said these will, just disappear. They'll go back in store, and you might as well have them. And there were only a couple. The others had all gone, so
I think that-
they'd been nicked already.
One theory about it is that if you went down to Madame Jojo's, the drag club, you might see some people who work in the costume department sporting them.
Yes, I think you could well be right there.
Yes.
I liked the fact that I was wearing Helga's spare wig as Helga.
That was a wonderful
The
idea.
first time it's ever been mentioned that Helga wears a wig.
Yes,
Exactly. And I
Very
pinched her
Loved it.
spare.
Yes.
Loved it. Yeah.
So that was the wig watch of the week.
And Helga being so heartless about the fact that 6 peasants were going to be shot in the town square.
Yes.
Yes.
saying,
Let's get on with the peasant
let's
shooting.
start peasant shooting.
Peasant shooting.
We must start peasant shooting.
You always say it with such a cheery note in your voice, don't you?
You bring the corsets, we'll bring the cinches. No one wants a waist over 9 inches.
You haven't banged the table this week.
No, I haven't.
No.
That's because I've sat back a bit.
I know
because
I'm well impressed.
Yes.
You sat back so that you look further away,
So I,
your
don't,
nuts
so I
doesn't
don't
so
look
big.
quite so fat.
No,
Yes.
because your nut's bigger than everyone else's, so that
Is
when you're
it?
sitting, you've got quite a big head, haven't you?
I never noticed
I
that.
don't know that. I don't.
Or maybe
No,
I
she's
just
got a
got a
small
small
head.
head.
Nobody's ever told me that before.
I just noticed in the editing, I think, oh, maybe I need to tighten a bit on the others because Guy's a bit closer. Then I look and I realise Guy's just bigger than us. I've never been bigger than anyone except for John Louis Manzi, who played Von Smallhausen. And for a short time, my kids. That didn't last very long.
I liked it as well in the dungeon when you gave the waitresses and Madam Edith their tea, and you said it was a new invention, a tea bag invented by Baron von Tetlin.
That's right.
That's just silly, isn't it? That's a Jeremy line.
Yes.
Very.
And also, Von Smallhausen, is the kettle boiling? Yes, Herr Flick, it is almost singing. They always do the singing kettle joke, don't they?
Yes.
That's the worst Von Smallhausen impression ever. But at least I made an effort.
Yes.
You did, and it sounded,
Small
it sounded a bit like Hans, actually, Captain Hans.
It was a
didn't
bit
it?
like that,
It
and
was,
better.
it was a bit, anyway.
Just I don't know why it reminds me of. Well, I do know why it reminds me of a quote of the then king, and then his BPS going to him and saying, and he says, "Where's the Chamberlain? Oh well, he's gone on Lord Tetley's yacht in Cowes," and the king said, "Typical, going boating with his grocer."
Very nice. Oh, we got, there was all that fun, the setup with Michelle of the Resistance, saying that there were going to be 2 policemen, they were going to do all this comedy stuff with the baton.
Oh, yes.
And lots of that going on. And then,
Now we have the lovely second policeman.
when they appeared, it was Jamie Gow and Philip Fox, who's a very established actor, sort of stalwart of the RSC and a very good actor. And Jamie Gow, who
Both of
is
them
also a
very
very
good.
good actor.
Yeah.
And very funny.
And both
Jamie's
of them-
been in it quite a few times before.
Yeah.
Both of them were very good.
Actually, I think Philip Fox has been in it before as well. I think in the Prisoner of War stuff we saw him.
Oh, very probably.
Did we?
Yeah. But they came and did a Crabtree, didn't they?
It was very funny
Yes,
when they
yeah.
opened the door and they both went good moaning.
Yes. I bet Arthur wasn't pleased
Which is
about
that's
that.
obviously what they're taught in English school
Yes.
in London. You know.
Yes.
The first thing you need to know is to say good moaning.
Yes. And then the baton sticking up in a
And the
rude sort of
batons
way.
in a rude
You
sort of
knew there was going to be a payoff.
And we knew the payoff was going to be Gruber
Correct.
with his pepper pot answering Rene's
but-
breadstick.
Yeah, ready with his breadstick and
Yes.
then Gruber retaliating with a naughty looking pepper pot. I don't know, it's shocking to think that children watch this
Oh,
stuff.
disgraceful, really.
But what's so funny is the children often don't get the knob gags, do they? Lots
No.
of people say, I grew up watching Allo Allo, and it was only when I became an adult
That I
Did I
saw a
realise
lot of
when I
new
was
jokes. Yes.
being exposed to. Although in the stage show it did go a little bit too far sometimes, didn't it?
Well,
No.
that's stage shows for you, isn't it, really? They're always a bit naughtier than...
Yes, but
television.
Rene hiding these, and they were made of sponge, they were these sausages, and sometimes he'd hide them under his apron and they'd be sticking out at the back, looking very naughty. And then sometimes his apron would pop up and then The sausage would pop up.
He was very good at handling those.
He was. He
sausages.
handled the
He
sausage
did
very well.
Lots of biz with the
That's
sausages,
prop,
didn't
yes,
he?
in the stage.
But
show.
it was amazing then. But I suppose the joke was it was a sausage and nothing else.
Yes, of course.
It was accidentally phallic.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the point.
And-
And it caused him embarrassment rather than him making a feature of it. That's why
Exactly
you could
right.
get away with
And
it.
the point was the audience knew perfectly well what it was. It was a Knockverse sausage.
But not the children.
They anticipated what Gruber would think it was when he saw it.
Exactly.
That
yeah.
was the joke.
Yes.
So as soon as Gruber walks on, that's the moment it pops up under
Yes.
the apron.
But 7-year-olds didn't know what it was meant to look like.
But it was just funny. It's just a funny.
It's just funny.
thing.
It was a sausage. Sausages
Yes.
are innately funny. aren't they?
Yes.
And all these sausages were shaking up and down, and one of these sausages flopped out. It was swinging to and fro, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
The most beautiful and typical piece of timing of Jeremy and David with the resistance. I think Renee coming through from the back room saying, calm down, everybody. They found the resistance have found it. Who I do not know, have found the Enigma machine and have just thrown it through my back room window. And then there's a pause, and then you hear the crash. There it is. I love that. That's
Yes.
just so typical of them.
Yes. Oh, we nearly forgot to do it.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we get quite a lot of letters about the end credits. People are fascinated by the end credits.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get loads of letters about them. And this one, they were clearly all done afterwards. Because I noticed that Yvette said her line from the stairs, whereas in the scene she was actually on the floor of the cafe. And Monsieur
right.
Alphonse was in a different place, and the two comedy policemen were standing in the doorway as if they were about to exit. So they'd all been done afterwards for some reason that I don't know.
Well, we always used to do them afterwards.
We've had this conversation before.
We always used
Oh,
to
sorry,
do
I've
them.
got it.
At the very end of the show, once we'd finished everything, we
did
would
the
then go
end
back
credits.
and do the end credits.
Unless we'd overrun, at which point it would be taken off the
Yes.
the show
Yeah.
later.
Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. I think what I mean is they were usually done as if it's part of the scene. So you'd be in the same place.
Yes.
But with these, they're all in different places. They looked completely... That might be because Richard Bowden always did them that way when he directed comedies.
No, this is David and Jeremy.
No, they wrote it, but they didn't direct it. Richard Bowden directed it, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Am I
Director.
right? But no, it's people who are end credits geeks, of which we do seem to have a few. For some reason, they didn't seem to mind that they were set up in different places. They weren't even meant to look as if they were in the scene.
I really don't think
That's
it
the end
matters.
of that story.
Yeah. It was
People are
very
going to be
interesting.
nodding off in their droves.
Yes, I'm nodding off already.
Yes.
But yeah, no, good.
Right, that's enough about end credits.
Can I ask a question?
No.
All right.
Go
Did
on.
anyone else notice that when Monsieur Alphonse was singing, he was singing in an English accent? And it was a song called Lady of Spain, I Adore You. So he should have either sung it in French or in Spanish. But for some reason, he sang it in a sort of English tenor voice.
Oh, yes.
I didn't
how
notice,
interesting.
I have to admit.
But why was he doing it anyway? Can you remember? Oh, because the Enigma machine.
He had the
Enigma.
Enigma machine in his accordion.
And we assumed it was going to be Monsieur Leclerc.
Yes, we did. And then Monsieur Leclerc had a little
A guitar
sort of,
thing.
Yes.
well, ukulele thing, I
Ukulele, and he
suppose,
was
wasn't
doing
it?
sort of dancing and playing the ukulele.
But I also noticed he was doing a slight amount of sort of waving around all over the place, and I saw Kenneth Connor actually stepping a bit to one side so that he didn't have the bit with the
Oh,
winding
yes.
knobs on in front of his face.
Yes. And of course, Monsieur Leclerc could have been playing the accordion, but they must have just thought, won't it be fun to put them
To swap
together?
them. Yes, and to
Just-
swap them round.
Yes.
Because they always liked, I just hit the table. I'm becoming
That's
Guy.
Guy's job.
I know.
Do it
And
again. One
they-
more time. You can have one more.
Can I? If I do it and I don't talk at the same time, it's all right,
Yeah.
isn't it? They, oh,
Stop it, Kim.
I won't have it, Kim.
they always,
Don't do it again.
they always like winding the characters up, didn't they? The actors up.
Yes.
So if Monsieur Leclerc always played the accordion, they liked to go, no, someone else is going to do it. this
Yes. Yes, I'd forgotten that. That was his job, wasn't it?
Mm.
But I think it was just for the... They could easily have made... I keep gabbling today. They could easily have got Monsieur Alphonse playing the guitar, couldn't they?
week. Yeah,
Especially as he was singing Lady of Spain.
yeah.
But I think it was just the fun of putting them together because they did get on very well.
If
And they were funny together, weren't
Yes.
and if Jack had actually had the guitar, had the accordion and done the singing, it would also have been in an English accent. It would, Lady of Spain.
they? It would have been a Birmingham accent, wouldn't it?
When you walked into the cafe in your beautiful helmet, and René's first line was, what a pretty helmet," and then he said, "Are you on manoeuvres?" And what was your answer?
Oh yes, and I said, no, I'm on tranquilizers.
Because you'd had your uniform stolen.
Yes, and my wig.
And your wig, your spare wig had gone. And you had no idea where it was, and it was sitting right there at the next table in the cafe.
You also did face going to the suicide squad of the Africa Corps. There was a lovely scene with General von Klinkerhoffen. Do you
Yeah.
remember? And somebody was going to be shot, and then the rest went, phew, thank God. Oh yeah, no, he was going to...
He was going to be sent to the Russian
sent to
front.
the Russian front. And the colonel went, whoa, 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 oh, that is...
Terrible news.
Terrible news. And they said, don't worry, you're going to the suicide squad of the Africa
Yeah,
Corps.
of course. Yeah, the general found something even worse than the Russian front.
That's right.
Oh, very funny.
So
yes.
your panic had something to do with that,
Yes.
I think, didn't it?
Although I'm sure von Klinkerhoffen would have hung on to me.
Or taken you with him, definitely, to the Russian front. But you said something about the Russian front, and what was your line about
In the
Russian-
pilot.
No, but in this.
Oh, in this,
In that
did I?
scene, you said something like, "Oh, it's terrible that." But forgetting that you had that line in the pilot saying it was very lonely on the Russian front. So you'd clearly been there before.
I don't remember referring to it in this episode. I must have missed it.
When he spoke about going, you said something like, "I hope you meet some nice people," or something.
I think you imagined that. Do you remember this?
We'll have to wind it back. and
No,
look.
we will, won't we?
We
We'll have
will.
to wind it back.
I don't remember this at all.
You made a reference to
I
it.
think you're making it up. Let's look at the scene again.
Okay. That means we've got to...
Let's stop recording and look at the scene again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
Now I was behind.
We'll get better at
We'll
this.
get better at it. No, we won't. I'll bring the clap aboard.
We were just saying, unfortunately I hadn't switched on the sound, so we had to do it again. But we had this dispute about Gruber having a line concerning the Russian front, and they made me run the tape again so we could see what the line was.
I hadn't remembered that I had any reaction at all to the general saying he was going to be sent to the Russian front by Hitler, but you assured me I did, and we had to watch it again because I was certain I didn't. And indeed I did have a line, and you can quote it.
Yes, they need a good man out there. And I remembered that in the pilot, when René says, "Are you one of them?" your line is, go on, do a Gruber impression.
It was very lonely on the Russian front.
Yes. So when you say they need a good man out there, do they mean that person,
My boyfriend
Your
from the
boyfriend.
Russian front needs
because
another
you're
man
away,
because
he
I'm
needs
away.
a good man? Yes.
Well, I have no idea. As I
Gosh.
said, even now, and certainly not then, did I ever think of that.
I think that was very wise. I think that's slightly overthinking the plot.
Well, I think so.
Bit
Only,
of brain surgery.
only Richard could come up with that.
But when they're 53 episodes in, there's bound to be a teeny bit of repetition, isn't there? Or
Yes.
disconnect.
Yes.
But I thought it was fun anyway, but they made me wind it back. Which is just as well.
Do you know, it's funny, but I always find, because sometimes when you're channel hopping and suddenly Allo Allo will appear, and I always find when I start watching it, it's very difficult for me to stop until it gets to the end. I have to watch the whole thing. And even then, just going back and watching that one little episode, one little scene, the minute the next scene started, I wanted to watch that again
Yes,
too.
we were leaning forward. We wanted to watch the whole episode.
I know.
It's funny. We're actually 11, really, aren't
It is,
we?
well, it's very clever the way, whether it's the editing, whatever it is, or just the way the
The
story
writing.
is written.
It's yeah.
That each scene as it starts, you think, oh, I'll just watch this bit.
That's right.
It is very watchable because yes, I certainly don't seek it out. But you're right. When you're channel hopping, you go, oh, I remember that. Oh, and you end up glued
Yes.
to it.
Yes. Like us with On the Buses.
Oh, God.
I bet you if you did actually start to watch it, you'd find it funnier than you did then. Because you see the craft. They do sort of things where everybody gets stuck together or people get crushed in something, and their stagecraft is very good.
And it also
comedy.
it's to do with the era. I mean, this was the era of the Carry On films, and it was very much the same sort of humour, wasn't it, as the Carry On films
Yes.
on the buses.
But there was a format. You'd have Reg Barney with his
Yeah.
with his machine, and an old lady would go past. It'd be Irene Handel or Doris Hare or something. They'd go, morning, Mister, whatever your name is. And then the next person would go past, and then someone else would come past with a line. But because you knew the characters, you sort of knew what they were going to say. It was
Sounds hysterical.
You're going to bleed and laugh when you see it. I'll tell you, mate. You'll love it.
This is what we have to deal with every week.
Grim,
Peasants.
po-faced, sullen.
Grim, post-paced, sullen.
Right, I think that's it then, isn't it? Eh?
Hey,
Hey,
it's time
move
to say
on.
goodbye to the peasants.
We have actually already said goodbye to the peasants, haven't
Have we?
Or did we do that in the other one?
no, we did that in the other one. We haven't done it in this one.
Okay, let's say goodbye to the peasants. Who's going to do it? It's your go.
Ladies and gentlemen, do please give us a like or a subscribe or a follow or whatever it is you can do to help us with the algorithm.
YouTube, and we're on Podbean, but we're also on all of the other platforms.
All of the other platforms, wherever you get your favourite, wherever you get your podcasts from. Isn't that what they say?
Wherever you get your podcast.
Wherever you get your podcasts, and certainly the YouTube as well. You can subscribe, and that's it for this week.
Now, I've forgotten something. What is it that we say if we want people to ask us a question
to
or
get
write?
in touch with
Can't
us.
seem to remember
I
what we
can't
actually
remember.
say
It's
to them.
something like pod
At
Helga.
Gruber
Flick.
.com.
That's pod at helgagruberflick.com.
Bye.
Bye.